Welcome to the Scouting Report. My name is Justin Briggs, and it's homecoming week at Arkansas State. This Saturday, your Red Wolves will host an interconference opponent in Georgia Southern. We're about to hear from head football coach Butch Jones how the team can make it 3 wins in a row on Saturday. All right, Coach, and to start it off, it's back-to-back last-second victories for you guys. And what is it about the offense where when the ball is in their hands come crunch time, they just take another step, and it seems like they always come through?
Well, I think it's resolve, it's resiliency. I think it's part of our culture. I think it's been structured in our practice, and our players doing a really good job of executing in really critical down moments, critical situational moments. We're 9-1 in one-score games and going down and scoring. I think you have that because of your culture, your resiliency, and our players' belief in each other. And we've made plays along the way, and our coaches have done a good job of putting our players in positions to succeed as well.
Not to just have it be an offensive party here, but your defense also played well last game. I mean, I think it was one of the better performances that they've had. They kept you guys in the game throughout the duration of it. And what allowed the defense to kind of step up and play such a stout game, a complete game last week?
Well, I think you're exactly right. I do think it was one of our best performances of the year. And I think it really stemmed to we played together. We had great synergy. We were 11 for 11. And we created many one-dimensional moments for them. Their quarterback was one of their featured runners. We were able to take him out of the game. We were able to force third and long situations. And then we were able to put the quarterback under duress with the pocket. And really, you take 2 series away, and they kept us in the football game. And so I thought, we made critical moments when we needed to, but I really liked the way the defense played together. You could feel the synergy. I think the other thing, when things weren't going well offensively, they picked us up, and they really, really relished in that challenge. You could feel their energy. You could feel their intensity on the sideline that, hey, offense, we got your back, just hang in there. And I thought for a little over 3 quarters, they gave us an opportunity to win the game, and then offensively, we started to put it together in the 4th quarter. I think the other thing with the South Alabama game is we always talk about winning the 4th quarter. We outscored them 12-0. We pitched a shutout in the 4th quarter. We were able to score 12 big points for us, and that's why we were able to come away with the great road win.
And Coach, you've been doing this for a long time, right? So September, not a great month. You guys had 4 losses. Now this month, starting it off with back-to-back wins. How important is that to get back into the win column? And do you feel the team's confidence starting to rise, having that hard work pay off and getting back into that win column again?
Yes, absolutely. I think anytime you have success and when you find ways to win games like we're winning, that breeds success and belief. I think at our level, it's keeping everything in perspective, and a lot of times you're a byproduct of your scheduling. When you really look at back-to-back games versus Power 4 opponents in Arkansas, and then at that time a 12th nationally ranked Iowa State football team, I think we all now realize Kennesaw State's a pretty darn good football team. And then we didn't play our best football on the road at Monroe. That's just quite simple. But I think it's keeping things in perspective. Each week is a new week. Each day is a new day. And I think you have to rely on your competitive culture within your program, but also your competitive character within every player in our program. And nobody blinked. Everyone kept working. Now, obviously, the challenge gets bigger and bigger. It becomes magnified because the more you win, the more that's at stake. And it starts with a really talented Georgia Southern team coming in here Saturday evening. But for us, it's just managing our day-to-day operations. How can we be the best version of ourselves, whether it's a team-wise or individually, and then collectively of winning each and every day, and we've been able to do that.
Let's talk a little bit more about Georgia Southern, your next opponent, another 3-4 school. Now, this is going to be an interdivision game, right? So an opponent that you might not be as familiar with as another conference game within your division. So what are some of the challenges that come with preparing for that, and what are some of the things that you've seen so far from Georgia Southern?
Well, I think their team presents many challenges. Again, they're a same team that is a byproduct of their scheduling and their non-conference scheduling. And you really look at away games at Fresno, which I know firsthand that's the most difficult place to play in the country. Then having to stay out there in LA and go play USC. And then they've played 2 of the premier teams in our conference in James Madison and Southern Miss. So if you really look at it, that's a fact check. And then when you look at their football team, this is as talented of a football team as we will face all year. They're an older veteran football team. Quarterback is elite. Offensive line's been together. Really, really good receivers and running back core. Defensively, very, very active. It starts up front. This is a team that many picked the challenge for James Madison to win their side of the division, and rightfully so. We're going to have to play our best football to have an opportunity to win Saturday.
And now, when I was doing the research for this, something caught my eye. So your quarterback, Jalen Raynor, he's led the team in rushing the past 2 games. He's actually your team's leading rusher so far in the season. Now, he's an athletic quarterback. He's a quarterback that can run. That's one of the upsides to his game. Your quarterback being the leading rusher, is that a world that you want to live in, or do you want to see more production out of your running backs?
Well, I think it's where we need to be. I think more so it's balance. It's balance when you run the quarterback, it's balance when you run the running backs, and I think more it's run efficiency. When we run the ball on 1st and 2nd down, our efficient run for us is 4 yards. And then if it's 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2, we get the 1st down, that's an efficient run. But I think overall we must run the ball more consistently, whether it's Jalen running the ball or whether it's our running backs running the ball. We have very talented running backs, so we need to look to get them more actively involved. But I think anytime you can run the quarterback, I think a lot of it is the structure of the defenses that we've played, because they're trying to outnumber you, what people know as the box. And so when you have a running quarterback, that kind of evens the box out and evens the numbers out. So that's why you see the last couple weeks with us effectively running Jalen and running Jalen more, is because kind of the storylines that's really what the game dictated, and the schematics of it also dictated that as well.
The last question I have, it's homecoming weekend this week, and you guys are back home, coming off of back-to-back wins. And how big of a part is the atmosphere of this game going to play heading in?
Just like it is every week. We go on the road and we experience home field advantages that the other teams have. And our fans have been great in Centennial Bank Stadium. Our students' turnout has been great, and we're going to need that Saturday night. And we're winning. Should be a great environment against a really, really quality opponent. It's homecoming, which means so much to everyone that's gone to school here. But we're going to need our community to come out and support us. And they've been great all year, but we're going to need even more. When you're playing a really good football team like Georgia Southern, you really need to create a home field advantage for yourself. And our fans have done that, but we're going to need even more this week.
All right, and Coach, that's all I have for you today. Good luck in your game this upcoming Saturday.
Thank you, and great seeing you again.
Thank you for watching the Scouting Report. My name is Justin Briggs, and this is Northeast Arkansas News.